Hello my dear YouTubers, welcome to Nazarettos channels. In this episode I'll be working on this 2008 Chevy Impala, and let me show you what's going on. So this is my Chevy Impala, my project car. Bought it for $500. Put already over 1,500 miles on this. Drives perfect. We did some buffing out, painting, touch-up paint. It looks great. The car looks amazing. But I have a little problem. Let me show you. So I found that some of the transmission fluid dripping very lightly, and I found the source for this. We're gonna replace these fittings. There's two of the fittings. These are doorman. These are transmission cooler line fittings. There's a part number 800-614 and 800-637. So we're gonna replace that. It should be very easy. So let's pop the hood. There is nothing leaking here. The engine is bone dry. Perfect car, no issues. This is our transmission level dipstick. You can check. I mean, right now the car is pretty cold, so it's not expanded yet, but transmission is cool, clean, oil is good, but it does drop, just a little level drop. So we're gonna replace these fitting lines. So I'm gonna use this jack that I have. We're gonna lift the vehicle, and I'm gonna put a stand here, and I'll show you what the problem is. So I'm lifting under this main metal bar. I'm gonna lift the car up, and I'll show you where the leak is coming from. So you can also use these ramps. I really like using these Rhino ramps. They get more clearance, and I decided to go with these Rhino ramps. So let's lift the car up. Let's go. So look over here, guys. You see this fitting right here? Where is it? Right there. It's wet, like right here. And I noticed this when I first got the car. I was changing oil. So this one is wet around here. There's also this one right here, also a little bit wet, and we're gonna try to disconnect this. But before we do anything, there's this little pin right here. So we're gonna get our 19mm wrench socket, remove this pin, get this fitting out of there. So let's get to it. It's a common problem on these these Chevys. It's a very small leak, but I did like 1,500 miles. I noticed little drops on the driveway. So we're gonna replace this. There's two gaskets on the inside, so we have to remove this pin right here. See this little pin? Right there. If you have a pick, you can just use a pick. Or you have like a nice flat screwdriver, you can just put it in there and then wiggle this thing out of the place. So I have a flathead screwdriver. I don't know if it's gonna work. See, I was able to use a flathead screwdriver. Remove this pin. Try not to lose it. Just put it on the side. And now we can remove this line completely. You can wiggle this line out of place. But first make sure this pin is removed. And now put some kind of container underneath. Some of the oil is gonna drip out once we remove this line. You see, we're gonna need a 19mm socket to remove this one. So get your 19mm, see this one right here, and undo this bolt. You see how I did this? You just undo it. we're gonna replace this fitting completely. I think that's the shorter one. Let's see if it goes by hand now. Here it goes by hand. Some of the oil is gonna drip out, that's okay. Remove this fitting. This is the shorter piece, you see. So this is the old fitting, has a gasket, and also there's one gasket on the inside. And this is our new one. And this is the part number, guys. Dorman 800-614. And this should fit. And we already have pre-installed metal clip on the inside. I don't know if you can see it. You see there's a green gasket on the inside? So yeah, there's two of them. So let's install this one. So do everything by hand. Screw it in by hand. No power tools required at this moment. There it goes, nice and easy. Nice and easy. So if this line doesn't move, you can't push it back. There's a little clip here, you can remove it from the clip, but I think it'll be fine. Snug by hand. Very good. Now I gotta fit this in like this and push it in until it clicks. There. See, it clicked nicely. You can hear a little click. Now we're gonna tighten this, but everything by hand. Don't do it with any power tools. So get your 19mm. Make it snug. That's it. That's more than enough, guys. You don't want to over torque this thing. It's all nice aluminum. So this fitting is in. Very important to do this. Put this little cover right here, like so, just like this. Install this piece. Make sure you do that and double check. You know, this thing is pushed in and it's not moving. You see the clip? There's a little clip in there. This part is not moving. Very good. We have the pin over there. Everything's snug. And then push this plastic piece forward. So this fitting is replaced. There's one more which is right here. We can do this. It doesn't look like it's leaking or anything. It wasn't wet. Only this one was very wet. But we might as well replace this one too, because there's on the inside there's these gaskets. So let's do that. We gotta remove the pin just like I showed you before. First I'm cleaning everything up. There it is. You see, guys, this pin, it's kind of hard to remove, so you need like something sharp, like a pick or something to get this corner. And now we can put a flathead screwdriver and just remove it. So wiggle the line out, and of course it's gonna drip stuff. Push it on the side. And I got my 19mm socket and then this ratchet, and let's remove that fitting. Now you see, you can check, this is 19mm and it fits perfect. So you need 19mm socket. And also this fitting has a gasket on the inside. See, there's a black gasket, and then there's a gasket here, and also we have that pin. So you see guys, this already moving. You can just do it by hand now at this point. Remove it. And there it is. This is our old fitting. And this is our new fitting. And there's a little bit of grease on the inside. Exactly the same. Everything the same. So let's install this new one now. Also make sure there's this clip, which already in. So let's screw it back in. As you see here, I'm screwing it in by hand. Make sure that gasket is there too. Let me see. So make sure this gasket is in there. Now screw it in by hand, no tools. As you see, this is our fitting, the new fitting. I tighten it up. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna wipe this right here. It's all good. And now we're just gonna reinsert this fitting. Push it into place. It's supposed to click. Yep, I heard that click. Let's wipe it one more time. And this fitting is not moving now. It's good. Don't forget this plastic cover. Push it in and we're done. This one's done. Clean it all up. And we're done with this job. So we replaced this one, the shorter one, and the longer one. Make sure this snug, make sure you push it in good until you hear a click. And then same thing with this one. And put this plastic like a cover back. And this is it. And this transmission line is clipped in into this bracket. That's good, nothing is moving. Everything looks good. And yeah, the old one was leaking through here. You could see like seepage, and this line was a little bit moving here. So now it's just sitting pretty good. So now we're gonna lower the vehicle. So let's show you again. Where are those fittings located? Go under the car. When you're changing your oil, pay attention. If this is leaking, if you see like drips over here, replace it. And then one to the side. The longer one is right there. See? Both take 19mm socket or wrench. And it's very easy to remove it and replace it. But make sure you don't over tighten this. Just snug it up and click the transmission line into place. Make sure you hear the little click, and that's it. So we replaced these fittings. Now we're gonna lower the car, add some transmission fluid, and good to go. I have the link in the description of the video for these part numbers. We're just gonna lower the car and add some transmission fluid. Make sure the car is at level. Make sure it's running. Put it through the gears. Keep it running. This is your dipstick for transmission. Make sure the car is running and it's hot. And then you take it out, clean this dipstick, put it back. But it's not going to be accurate yet because the car is just started. I know I need to add like a half a quart. Yeah, I need to add about half a quart or so. So you see our transmission level is about over this mark. And I'm going to add about half a quart. But it is nice and clean. It is very nice and clean. Doesn't smell bad. You're just going to add just about half a quart or so. But make sure the car is running. You know, make sure the car is running and on an even surface. Now for this Chevy, it has to be Dextron 6. Dextron 6 transmission fluid. It even says on the dipstick here, when you change it, or when you add it, it says how to check it. Check in park, engine and idle, vehicle level, right? And that's actually here, it states that it has to be Dextron 6. See? Fluid. So I added about half a quart in there. The car is still in idle, running. Let's check it out. Let's see at what level. And you see it's all the way to the top now. You can clearly see. Try to zoom in. It's perfect mark. So I don't want to overfill it. Because the oil expands, but I think this is good. The mark is right here, guys. So we're good. And close the hood. On the bottom, nothing is leaking. Thank you for watching Nazarettos channel. I hope this video was helpful. If you have a Chevy or GM product that has a little bit leak on the transmission line, you know how to replace these little fittings. Very easy, very cheap, and you can easily do it yourself. So also make sure the car is at the level surface, it's running, operating temperature is reached. Then you can check the transmission fluid level. Don't overfill it. And very important, not a lot of the fluid is going to come out once you remove these fittings, just a little bit, but always check your transmission oil levels. So just because of these little things, I was losing a little bit of fluid after about 1,500 miles. I had to add about half a quart. I added about half a quart to this. And make sure also it's this Dextron 6, very important for these vehicles. So thanks again. Thank you for watching, and all the links will be in the description under the video below. So see you in the next video.